We're here on top of Mount Carmel, just outside of Hafia, and this is where the Carmelite order kind of gets their roots. But it comes from a famous place from the first book of Kings. In the first book of Kings, the pagans had begun to take over Israel, the pagan leaders. And so all these pagan prophets were not following Israel's God. And then a drought came about, and God went to the prophet Elijah and asked Elijah, gather up all these prophets to Mount Carmel, where we are standing right now, and we'll have a little contest. And so Elijah sets up this contest where there's two bulls. 450 prophets of Baal get one, he gets the other. And they prepare the altar, and then they call down fire to burn up the sacrifice. And whichever one burns up, that's the true God. Now the prophets of Baal go first, and they're at it for 3 hours, screaming for the god, dancing for their gods to burn up this sacrifice. But of course, nothing happens, and Elijah does my favorite move. He starts to mock them. He says, maybe the god's asleep. How about you just yell a little louder? So they yell a little louder, and still, of course, nothing happens. Then Elijah makes his plea, and God burns up the sacrifice. He burns up everything, consumes absolutely everything, and it's incredible. And it's a shining example for you and me that it does matter what religion, that all these pagans followed whatever they wanted to do, but that was nothing compared to the God of Israel. And I think for us, we get into the same mistake where as long as you search for God, it doesn't matter whether you're Buddhist, whether you're Hindu, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as you're trying to do good. But we see that it does matter because God acts first. We see that in the story of Elijah, but we also see it in the incarnation. When God becomes man, God comes to seek us out. He doesn't wait for us to seek him. It goes the other direction where God comes to save us, to redeem us. God comes into our life and blows down all of our thoughts, all of our imagines of what can happen in the person of Jesus Christ. He comes, he seeks us first, and how beautiful it is. And he's always there. He's always seeking us, whether he's burning up sacrifices, whether he's becoming incarnate, whether he's coming to us in the confessional or at Mass. It's always God who first seeks us. So we're here on the beautiful Mount Carmel, overlooking a kind of smoggy Israel today. But it's all beautiful. It's all a grace from God. Thanks for tuning in, and keep following us, the Men of the Mount.